a touchdown for Central. Volpe runs it up the middle, and it's 6 points for the Vikes.
Number 24, halfback Fran.
Ramsey looking right, finds Delgado, who may have run it into the end zone. And he did. It's a touchdown for Central, just like that.
Well-designed play. I believe that's Ramsey's first pass completion of the night. Delgado sneaks out of the backfield. Number 3, and yet another turnover on the night.
And the Vikes again with a golden opportunity to punch it in.
2:19 remain first half. The Vikes on top, 14-3.
And it's daylight for number 24, Volpe, as he scores his second touchdown of the evening.
Well,
and it is now 20-3 Central. For a minute. As Liberty picks it up on 2nd and 5. Rittenauer looking to his left. A short pass to Brader. He slips a little, regains his footing, and it looks like another fumble. It is. Central recovers. Another turnover for the Hurricanes.
well, and you see freedom.
And it looks like he's in. He is. It's a touchdown for Central.
Jose Delgado, number 22.
Right now, set the pass, and it's intercepted by Ryan Seagreaves. So far in this third quarter, Mike, most of the action's been down in the third. Master control, Donnie Long. Engineering, Scott Richardson. And audio, Carl Timke. Stat man, of course, Bill Bickle. And our
tough game with what looks like now an Easton team that is truly for real, you know, and I do have to give Abe of the morning call all the credit. He picked that upset, and he picked it by season, but they'll do a lot of rolling out as compared to the straight dropout.
And Stahl takes the ball right away and fumbles. Stateliners ran to the line of scrimmage. There's a pile up
It looked like
at about the 40-yard line. Central says they have it. All right, the exciting Central wing tee offense directed by Tim Cranzy. He hands it off up the middle.
before there was any kind of contact made.
All right, Fogarty carrying the brunt here, surprising somewhat to me. But Fogarty, and he's going to get the ball at the goal line. He plunges into the line. Touchdown. Touchdown, Central Catholic.
A late call, but you see the officials right on the goal line there. It was a pretty good surge by the Phillipsburg defense, but the Vikes are able to convert the first turnover of the night into 6 points.
Arm on this play, 4th down and 10. He drops back to pass. He's looking to the right. He throws it up, kind of up for grabs, but there's Delgado all alone. Touchdown. Athlete as well. Stahl, pitch back to Moore. He's going to have trouble in the backfield, and he's dropped for a 5-yard loss. Great pursuit. Graduating senior Glenn McNamee, fumble on the snap. It looks like he got it off. Central's on top of the football, and it looked like Stahl got the football, then handed it off to someone in the Phil's.
Graham has really turned. You know, they're going to be there, and they're going to be there for the next couple of years.
Cramsey back to pass, throws it down the middle, finds his man wide open in the secondary.
Not bad.
Catch is handled by Bob Ring, the 11th grade tight end. 6-yard line. Phillipsburg desperately needs some kind of stop here. Handoff goes to Drayton. He's around the right side. It's strung out. He's looking for the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Central Catholic. They go up 19-0 here with 55 counting. Phillipsburg lines up quickly. No gain on that last play. Check it, about a 2-yard gain. Stahl tries to pass this time. He's smothered by the Central defense. The last bit of unfinished business, the second half, merely an afterthought. There's Drayton up the middle, a nice gain, and he is free, racing down the left sideline. Rashawn Drayton, he will not be caught. I don't believe. 10-5, touchdown, Rashawn Drayton. 44 yards, 56-yard carry. EPC 28-0. Stahl hands the ball off in the backfield. That's Crowns. He's deep with Blaze Clymer. They will receive the kickoff from Central's number 92, Ryan Robbins. Yeah, that is Robbins. He's taken off his black socks. Difficult to recognize. Clymer fumbles the kickoff, has it, trying to reach the 20-yard line. He will not. Swarmed under by the Central Catholic special teams, leading as one of the best in the league. Kendall Hockman, it is blocked. His field goal is blocked. It's picked up by Robbins of Central. He is still on his feet, carrying the Easton Red Rovers special teams on his back. A big play for the Central Catholic defense.
Picked off.
Vikings in punt formation on 4th down and 15. You see Thompson deep. There's the kick, and it's a fine kick. Fielded by Thompson at about the 25. Viking special teamer down there is number 44, Sarah Mealy, the sophomore. He gets
Seen that play in a long time, and certainly Central was ready for it.
Schiffert might want to throw it back into the closet for another couple of years. Easton 3rd and 10. Ordway to pass, and he looks down over the middle, and he has his receiver out there. That's number 99, Otranto, Chris Otranto. 1st down and 10 for Easton from this central 13-yard line. Allshouse is in motion. There's Ordway. Hands the ball off to Thompson around the left side of the line. He's wrapped up in the backfield. Reacting quickly to the play for Central is Jeremy Wells. The big down, about a half yard to go for the first. 4 yards to go. 3.5 for the touchdown. There's Allshouse. He fumbles the ball. It's recovered in the end zone by Central Catholic. The Vikings have the ball. Oh, Mike, I thought he might have been down. Oh, what a key mistake by Easton.
Well, they had an opportunity to get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Don't know whether that would have been enough yardage for the first down. It goes for naught as you see Jim Morgan's. Boy, looks like he's really mellow over there. He's got to be churning inside. Certainly Steve Schiffert is. Boy, the Viking defense has rose to the occasion again. I do not believe that this would have been enough yardage for the first down. No. But now once the ball is loose and it's free, the Vikings recovered. I didn't get the number was that, but this Viking defense has come up big every time they've needed to. 4th and call it 1 here. Lapadula also involved in that stop.
Central 20. Easton been knocking on the door all night. They have not gone in yet. This time Ordway looks to pass. He's pressured by Ritter in the backfield. Tackle missed. Ordway still on his feet, but he is in big trouble back there. Finally brought down. The move here with 1:58 to go in the half. They trail 3-0. Handoff to Drayton through the middle of the line. He has some room. Back across. He breaks the tackle. 3 defenders finally bring him down inside the 40-yard line of Easton.
Sure, watch, somebody's going to get a shirt full, but that's not going to bring Drayton down. He's 6'3" and 205, and he is really quite a complete package. You see the attempt up high is not going to work with him.
Back to game action. Here's Cramsey rolling out left on the sideline. He's pressured. He kind of lofts the ball up there, and it is caught. Inbounds by Fogarty down there. A tumbling catch. 1st and 10. Down close to their own 10-yard line. They line up backfield. That's Delgado. He has the ball around the left side of the line. He tries to turn the corner near the goal line inside the 5. He's in the, what happened, Mike? It's a touchdown for Central Catholic, and I think Fogarty ended up with the ball.
React to it. They forced the pitch quickly, which is why I like that. Take the ball out of the quarterback's hand. Now the option's gone. Now the defense pursues. People fighting off blocks. Look at that effort by number 60 for Central Catholic, Jeremy Wells.
Ordway back to pass, and he is crushed on the big sack by Lapadula. Oh my, and Central revitalized by that freak touchdown inside of 2 minutes of the
area for the Vikes. A drop pass there, and they're struggling a little bit with their passing game thus far in the year.
2nd and 10, Drayton in motion. The handoff goes to Delgado. He's up through the middle, a big hole. It's a foot race now at midfield. Jose Delgado could go all the way. He is going to score. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Jose Delgado, the Viking bullet. 69 yards from the line of scrimmage. Oh my, and Central Catholic, as explosive as they are, breaks out on top in a huge way to open the second half. Jose Delgado.
And Jim Morgan's as calm as ever, just straight blocking. They trap with the right guard was number 75, George Hogan. Gets an excellent trap block, and you are not, I mean, they're the two guys there. You see Delgado out in front and unable to catch him. Number 28, a speedster for Easton, Brian Brooks.
That's Central moving.
This is a fired-up green and gold unit now, and they realize what happened to them in that first half. For them to be leading 7-3, they had to feel real excited about that. And Seagreaves is just going to make another good play.
All right, call it a 3rd down and 10. Ordway facing an early test here in the second half. Central leads 14-3. The ball carrier is Thompson. He's hitting the backfield. That's number 62, Giandomenico. Again, another stop in the Easton backfield. And is this the same defense we saw in the first half?
Well, some adjustments I'm sure were made at halftime. Sam Seneca loves this defense. He loves how they pursue. He loves their foot speed. They really got pushed around this field in that first half, and they're looking like they don't want to have any of it in this second half. Giandomenico an excellent advantage of their opportunities where Easton is not.
Easton's defense has not allowed a single rusher to hit 100 yards in a game against them this year. Fogarty has the ball there, and he's back up through the middle of the line. First down and much more for Central Catholic, and now it's the Vikings who are...
Giandomenico, Todd Worley, Jim Morgan's the coach's son, George Hogan, and the tight end Joe Ganal. 13-yard pickup on this one, and you want to talk about a young, the likes of Delgado, Drayton, and Fogarty running room. Delgado now 5 carries, 100 yards.
All right, a milestone on the young season, and that's Fogarty with the ball, and he's got to have some serious yardage starting to pile up. Just because Morgan's is the coach's son, don't think for a second he is not a great athlete. He has been all over the field tonight. First down and goal for Central Catholic. There's Jose Delgado. He already has 1 touchdown. He now has 2 touchdowns. Central Catholic breaks out to a 20-3 lead. Second down and 6 from the 36. 6 minutes and counting in this football game. Pitch is a play-action pitch, and it's to Brooks, and he is dropped deep in the backfield. What a great reaction play by Joe Ganal on the Viking defense line of Central Catholic.
I'll tell you else who makes a play here. Watch Fogarty. He almost gets in there and gets that pitch. Great penetration comes from the ends. Fogarty coming on a blitz. Ganal will get credit for the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And from the Easton 46-yard line, Eric Thompson, the back in motion to the right side, but it's going to be Ordway passing. He's looking in that direction. He's swarmed under. A huge defensive play by number 60, Jeremy Wells.
52 seconds and counting. 4th sack of the night for this Viking defense. They've been pushed around at times, but
the skies have opened over J. Bernie Crum Stadium here at the end of this football game. A classic football game. The skies have opened, but the Central defense clamped down at the end when it mattered most. And our vote for Yako's player of the game is a unanimous one. Sean Fogarty, the outstanding...
Sleeper so far. 3 wins, 3 losses. But as we saw last night, Bureau giving Easton a run for the money. Anything can happen in this East Penn Conference.
Well, there's no doubt about it, you know, and I think Jim Morgan's and his coaching staff, they're very experienced. They've been around this league for a good number of years. So, you know, they've warned this team about, you know, not taking anybody lightly and being ready to play. But you never know as a coach. until, you know, how your team is, and, you know, until they kick it off. So, you know, you better be ready, because this is a good
situation. Parkland working from their own 37. And a passing situation. The screen play. Pagan may have been better off letting it die, but he
Bergens up front for the Vikes.
Delgado, a senior, and quick handoff. First man through, wide open, and making his way all the way to the 20-yard line was Mike Ceramelli. Deception at its finest. The Central Catholic offense on the move early here. First down for the Vikings.
Trap inside in a play that has been very successful for the Vikes, getting the trap block number 60 again, Jeremy Wells. Those guys up front for the Vikes have really done it.
2nd and 5 from the Trojan 16. The Vikings in the red zone. Cramsey continues the ground assault and busting loose. We have a flag down. Delgado makes his way into the corner for an apparent score, but nobody's signaling it yet as we have a penalty marker on the field.
Flag thrown right in the middle of the line play, where you would maybe think that it might be a hold against Central Catholic. Here again, you see good execution by the Vikes, but I'm sure this one's going to come back.
It was on the far side of the line, apparently, Mike. A little bit out of view from our viewpoint here on this side of the field.
And a costly penalty as it takes away
24. Drayton in motion. Cramsey will air it out. And he's got a man. Nice catch, Coleman. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Damian Coleman, 6 foot, 185-pound senior split end. And Central Catholic is on the board with 7:44 remaining in the first quarter. The yard line and make it count. Here's the finishing touch.
Coleman's second touchdown of the campaign receiving. You see, cushion much too soft there, and Coleman is able to just turn that curl into a touchdown by just turning and heading upfield.
Kohler hands it off. A delay, and Central Catholic is on it. That was Juan Pagan.
To the right and turned it into a positive game.
Ceramelli. Cramsey holds on and almost gets sacked. Lets it go downfield deep. He's got Cole. Coleman gets the catch and stays on his feet. Oh, my. From the 20, the 10. It's going to be a Central Catholic touchdown. 7 lead with 9:15 to go in the first half. Look at that. Almost stopping the play dead in its tracks. Andy Herbert. And then, again, you think the play's going to end. Look at Coleman staggering.
Yeah, the coverage was real good, and that ball just laying in there perfect. Coleman running under it. 86 yards on the play. Takes just 2 plays, so the lot really rattles them or upsets them. They just continue to work hard.
Kohler evades 1 sack, but not the second. And coming up big was
Mark Lapadula, number 61. Lapadula is going to be the first guy to flush Kohler out of there. He can't do it. And then it is yards.
Wozniak to the near side. Heinzelman to the far side. Kohler rolls to his right, and he'll hold on to it. And he pitches at the last minute. Ball's loose. Central Catholic. And here comes the kickoff for Parkland. Central Catholic to receive. And it's going to fall in the hands of Rashawn Drayton at about his own 10-yard line. Heads to the left. Straight up the middle. 1 man to beat. Rashawn Drayton found the seam, and he may well be on his way. Here comes Stewart. Jeremy Stewart will not catch Rashawn Drayton. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Ball out of their own backyard, and the handoff this time will go to Eric Grohl. Pagan getting a bit of a breather.
Gone.
Well, Mike, Parkland could pick up another first down. It would be right on the doorstep of the goal line. Let's see what happens here as Pagan tries to do that hurdling trick again, but this time has both feet taken. Receivers to the left, and that's where, oh my, look out.
The only unbeaten in the East Penn Conference.
Drayton on the move. Delgado with the ball, spinning loose. He's gone. 2 guys in pursuit. Say so long. To the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Central Catholic. And once you see Delgado, look at that 6-pointer.
Well, this is just another good effort. Good job by the line. You see people moving people out of the way. But there's a nice little spin move there. And at that point there's no nobody going to catch Jose Delgado. Off to the races.
Delgado.
Senior speedster taking it in from 80 yards out. Just 2 plays. 5:15 still remain. Extra point was not good as the Vikes now.
Mike, a bit of an unusual start to this event in that we've been standing here in the dark, literally in the dark, for an hour and a half, more so than usual.
Yeah, right. We're really in the dark tonight. Must be Halloween. That's all I can figure. I don't know. We did have a light problem, and PP&L was called, and they've gotten that straightened out. Bottom line is the game's going to start about an hour and 45 minutes later than what it was supposed to, and we're going to see how it affects both the teams. I know the fans on both sides have weathered the delay, and they're still all here. So, you know, we're anxiously awaiting the kickoff.
Well, a very concerted effort here to get this game underway. We had the Allentown Police Department, the Fire Department here out in force, PP&L finally finding the right switch. Actually, what happened was a transformer blew, and they had to isolate the lights so that we could turn the other ones on, to make a long story short. As far as what you can expect tonight, Central Catholic Vikings, the premier football team in the East Penn Conference, 8-8 from their own 33-yard line. And if you're just joining us, we apologize for the late telecast of this Friday night, same-night coverage. We had a 1.5-hour lighting delay here at J. Bernie Crum Stadium, more like an hour 45. Cramsey gets hit as he releases, and he's got Delgado, who's still on his feet. Look out! A juke inside, and he is gone. Jose Delgado, let's make it 17 on the year. The big play is still alive. Central Catholic breaking even here. If they can score the extra point against Allen, has already made a difference. Ramsey under center. Full house backfield as he hands off. And in for 2 points on the Vikings. For the East Penn Conference title and then for the District 11 title. Allen goes to work, 1st and 10. Wimberly calls his own number, and he hands off to Mason, who drops the ball. And Central Catholic has recovered. A gadget allowed one big play, nothing to be ashamed of. Many teams before have been unable to stop Central Catholic's big play offense. Here comes Ramsey with the play action fake. Lots of men in pursuit as he lofts it up. Tapped up and complete. Second and 22 for the Canaries from their own 28. Tim Brown out wide to the right. Wimberly now goes cross field. Look out! Oh no! Jogan off. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Always a dangerous play in that time. Another first down for the Vikings. 14 yards of real estate for Delgado on the last carry. First man through gets the ball. Caramelli stays on his feet. Look at him go. Not known for his dancing ability. Caramelli almost.
See all you want to see. Turn on Service Electric Cable TV. We were the first to lead the way. The pioneering spirit is still with us today. Channel after channel, we bring you more of what you want to see is on Service Electric Cable TV.
And 7 the ball on the Allen 12. And they go to the speed demon, Drayton, into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Catholic.
Morgan's
Captain Jim at the helm. And Morgan's. It goes Drayton. And on the near side is Coleman. Ramsey has time, goes downfield. He's got a man wide open. To the 2-yard line goes Damian Coleman.
3rd and 5, and that was really the key. They were in a situation where they were maybe going to give the ball up, and again, just the fly pattern, and see Cramsey gets that air underneath it, and it allows Coleman to time his run.
Will start things off from their own 37-yard line. Delgado in motion gets the ball. And look out, he gets loose from an ankle tackle to the 50. He's got clear running room. Jose Delgado breaks loose again. Touchdown, Central Catholic. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Jose just getting into this.
The things that is so outstanding for these Vikings this year is, I think their composure and they don't rattle. A lesser team with that.
Drayton next to him. Delgado now in motion. And Cramsey, the shuttle pass to Drayton. Drayton past the 40 and near the first down. He'll come up from the right hash marks. Central Catholic goes back to work. Drayton in motion, and Cramsey will look to pass under some pressure. Rolling, men are covered. He lets it go down the field, and he's got somebody. Caramelli, and he's free to roam. One man to beat, and he is ankle tackled at about the 10-yard line. Allen coming up with a spectacular interception in a similar situation to end the first half. Drayton down the middle and over the top for the touchdown.
They've done a good job on the offense tonight. It's been the defense that has hurt them.
Oh, my, and there's Stallnecker, who has nowhere to go, buried behind the line of scrimmage by Jeremy Wells.
Oh, Wells, another one of those good athletes along the defensive front for Central Catholic.
No huddle. Next play coming up. Wimberley under.
Well, they're in a 4-down zone, so they're going to...
What a stop there by Jim Morgan. 5'11", 220 pounds. He's a junior, and he is making a big impact in this contest.
Yes, he is. And 4th sack for the Vikings here tonight, and Morgan's has 2 of them.
Morgans, you may remember, set up the Joganol interception for a touchdown by putting a lot of pressure on Wimberley on a screen. Hammer in motion. Wimberley, look out. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and he's brought down near midfield. In on the stop there was Fairclough, one of 2 Central Catholic Vikings.
And a penalty marker now down in a late one. Fairclough came on a delayed blitz and an excellent call by the defense. Free. That's a good job by Drayton of hanging on to the ball.
Delgado cuts back inside. Nobody left. Touchdown number 3 on the night for the Rose.
Who are most notable getting it into the end zone. You know, but you must give credit to people like Jeremy Wells, Jeremy G. Diomenico, Todd Worley, Jim Morgans, George Hogan, and Joe Ganal. These are the guys who are running and leading the way and opening up those holes and those seams for these guys to put numbers like that on the board. It's impossible to get accomplished without people like that.
Some tireless efforts from those unsung heroes up front on the line that you just mentioned, Mike. Clock was stopped with 2:01 remaining, and hopes running dim for Allen as they trail 43-28.
And in talking with Jim Morgans, he wasn't real concerned about the last 3 games. A lot of people have talked about it, but they were against quality offensive teams.
Kendra steps in and gets wrapped up. The ball's loose. And the Vikings have recovered the football.
Harold Fairclough, the man in the backfield, the leading tackler with assist and unassisted tackles. Number 55 is going to break through. No receiver is able to get open. You'll see Kendra has ample time, and then Fairclough, that's number 66 for the Vikes. Jim Morgans, who in a game that they still won.
A low snap. Becca coming on strong as the snap was then bobbled by the punter. And under those circumstances, still not a bad. Jim Brady also to the right. Kendra waiting, stepping through, looking, and gets sacked.
Jim Morgans, number 66, along with number 61, Mark Lott.
The 12.
You know, those have been some of the mistakes that Bethlehem Catholic has made this year.
Short pass, picked off, and this could go all the way for Central Catholic. A nice downfield block. One lineman rumbling downfield, still on his feet. Jim Morgans is in the end zone for a touchdown.
I think it's 65. I think it's Todd Worley. It is Worley. What an unbelievable play.
Todd Worley.
A 91-yard interception for a touchdown. You know, and Dan, we talked about the athleticism of 65. He reads screen all the way. They're trying to set up a screen in the middle, and you see Worley.
He gets up there.
Yeah, he was sitting back there and just read it perfectly. Now, he does get a couple of good blocks here. Now, Dan Kendra, number 22, has an awful lot of speed for Bethlehem Catholic. Now, look at how long it takes for him to get there. And what Kendra tries to do is he tries to strip the ball free rather than make the tackle. Now, you see chasing Worley there at the end is a guy wearing number 5. That's another outside man, and he is unable to track Worley down. That's some good speed for a down.
That's Delgado on the move. Ramsey looks his way, fake pumps into the hands of Ganal. And still moving. The ball moving all wide to the right. Delgado a little closer. Drayton on the move. Ramsey drops back, looks to his right, and fires. And it's caught. Looks like another first down, and there's Coleman coming back to make the grab. Bring in their short yardage package. Heavy on the right. That's where they go. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Rashawn Drayton just following the road that was paid for him. From the I formation, Kendra pitching. Last minute to Brannon. Look out. Brannon gets away from the backfield tacklers and makes his way up to, I'd say, about a yard gain. 3rd and 6 from their own 34. A key play here. That long pitch. Bell rumbling laterally and is dropped for a loss. Jim Morgans leading the way. The king of level-headedness. Here comes the handoff. Drayton with some running room. Goes back the other way. He's got lots of room now. Oh, my. One block downfield. And it's going to be a clip.
Now, there's no question. It never set up, and there's a time.
Teams, here we go. 1st and 2 from the 2. And it's a touchdown for Central Catholic. I believe it was Rashawn Drayton.
Count the goal line.
4th and 4. Little choice here, but to go for it. Kendra has it, rolls right, fires, and tipped up, incomplete. The Viking defense has held firm.
Ryan Ritter, number 2 to make, because with Kendra rolling, you don't know whether he's thinking run or pass, and Ritter plays it perfectly. Watch, see, there he gets it. Now he reads pass, and he drops back, and that might have fooled Kendra a little bit. He's able to get up and knock it away and stop the Bethlehem Catholic drive. But they really did what they had to do. You know, the same things that have haunted them throughout this season haunted them here this evening. Turnovers, penalties, and as a result, cost them the game. And Jim Morgan's just got a Gatorade bath as the Vikes have won their first ever East Penn Conference Championship.
There he is. That feels so good. No time remaining. Central Catholic has done it. You're looking at the East Penn Conference champions, and there's their head coach.
A wet Jim Morgan's. He was that wet when the game started. Two great coaches. You know, Bob Stem and his staff deserve a great deal of credit there. They came in here and played one heck of a football game, but, you know, it's been that kind of year for them. Injuries set them back a little bit, you know, and tonight the penalties and turnovers just hurt them, and that's been the story all year. The two head coaches congratulate each other. It will be on to the playoffs. We really don't know the future now of Bethlehem Catholic, whether they are entitled to go into that Eastern Conference with 2 losses. We don't know. Certainly for the Vikes, it will be either a District 11 championship game or they will venture up into the Eastern Conference playoffs. We're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm sure they want to just take this one right now and enjoy the record-setting Jose Delgado.
Yes, sir. 1,000 yards on the season after tonight's performance.
I think they're going to try and get to the quarterback.
Ball is moved back to the 27-yard line, so Central is looking at a 3rd and 13 from the 27, 9:15 to go first quarter. It's Cramsey going to throw. It's a shovel pass, and Cramsey drops the ball off to Delgado. He's over the 40. He has running room. He's to the 50. He's knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line by Dave Slater, but on the shovel pass, they pick up 32 yards and a first.
They put the motion away from the shuffle side, delay him, and then just pitch it to him behind the line of scrimmage. He has all that vision in front of him and able to pick his spot.
Dick, we've said it before. I have never seen Central not gain big yardage on that play.
I'm telling you, they must save it for the districts, Gary, because it becomes such a big weapon for them in postseason play.
Not sure whether teams just don't see it, but that was a good call, good play. Running the football is straight. You watched it. And we got just this fine a group here tonight. 2nd and 9 for Central. Back to throw is Cramsey. Cramsey looking. He's looking and looking deep. He's got a man over the end zone. Delgado. Touchdown, Jose Delgado, 31 yards.
Good bootleg, Gary. Real good bootleg.
10 plays. The final 31 yards. Tim Cramsey to Jose Delgado for the touchdown. Kozak with the extra point. Central doing a nice job of throwing the ball 3 times, running the ball 7 times. Central's on the board, 7-zipping. Dick, this is what I think Whitey Williams was concerned about. He did not want Central to be able to score early.
Or so easily, Gary.
Dave Slater has the football, and Slater is going backwards. Slater is going to go down at about the 27-yard line. He's gang tackled by the Viking. Yard line, 2nd and 7. Inside handoff to Sheptock, and Sheptock gets out over the 30, gets about a yard on the play before he is hit by Jimmy Morgans. Todd Worley comes in to make the tackle. We talked to Jim Morgans about this Mount Carmel team. This is what he told us he was concerned about.
Against Mount Carmel, they seem that the few tapes that we've had like 2 or 3 tapes on them, and they seem to really want to press the line of scrimmage when you start working the running game against them. So we'll be looking to use some play action passes and possibly slipping somebody by their linebackers and getting something big.
They got something big, a 31-yard touchdown pass. A Jim Morgan scouting report was right on, Dick.
You bet.
He got the play action, and he got the long pad. Back to throw is Higgins. Higgins has gone down. Jose Delgado on a blitz comes flying in and puts Higgins down. He did get some help from Brian Kozak, I believe, was in there.
Third, you had a pass. Here comes a blitzing Delgado. Central's going to have it again.
So Mount Carmel loses 5 yards on that play. The ball is blocked, and racing to get it is Damian Coleman, and Coleman is on it. Central Catholic has the football. 1st and 10 deep into Mount Carmel territory.
Outside. Good lead blocking.
We said on our This Week in Football show we thought Central had the best offensive line we saw all year. Drayton has the touchdown from the 1. Rashawn Drayton.
Same play. Back to back. Well, you're talking power offense. When you give them the ball down that tight, wow, they don't need many plays.
And Dick, I'd love to tell you how much time is left in the first period, but the clocks are reading goose eggs.
All zeros, huh?
They've had zeros up there for quite a while. It is Kozak in to kick the extra point. Central trying to go up by a 14-0 score. Kick is up. It's low, but it's good. It is true. Central Catholic 14. And Mount Carmel nothing with some time to go in the first period. 2nd and 1, the ball on the 16. Little bit of movement before the snap. I don't see any flags, however, and Higgins is going down. Coming in to make the tackle was Joe Nall, number 84, with some help from Jimmy Morgans, and the loss is back to the 25-yard line. So whatever, 6.3 points per ball game, 365 yards a game. It's a lot of offense. Cramsey, shovel pass. Drayton breaks a tackle. Drayton banging his way towards the end zone. Will get down to about the 1. Tackle made by John Lashinsky, just hanging on. See, they use this play to perfection all night long. It's pretty well defensed. Number 41 is there, Joe Costello, to make the tackle, and he just can't do it.
Well, what it does, your defense is leaning, you know, because they're reacting. They're reacting in the backfield, all the movement, and then they catch you leaning, they just shuffle it there.
3rd and goal to go from the 1. Handoff, Drayton, touchdown. Rashawn Drayton gets his 2nd of the night. And Dick, it's turning perhaps into a rout.
Yeah, rather easy. Watch it here. It's their favorite play. Takes that little pitch, cuts it inside or outside, rubber the whole way.
Drayton and Delgado. In the backfield is Fogarty. It's Volpe in the backfield. It's Cramsey throwing. Cramsey has Nall. And Nall, I don't know how he did it, stays on his feet. Joe Nall down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Nall, a 19-yard pickup and a first down. Goal to go from the 2. A lot of confusion down there tonight. How about Cramsey barreling in for the touchdown?
Oh, boy.
Tim Cramsey, and that is getting some words from Mount Carmel and their defense. They say Cramsey was down, and we'll take another look at it, Dick, and we'll see if he crosses.
Well, we get a good ground level here, Gary. Boy, I haven't seen this one in a while.
Cramsey's in, 33 seconds on the clock. With the coach.
Gary down here with the victorious coach, Jim Morgan. Jim, Vikings came tonight as advertised.
Oh, yeah, you know, I'm really proud of the kids. They came to play. This was a big ball game. We had a big ball game last week for the East Penn League Championship, and it's just a credit to our kids that they can keep getting up week after week. I'm really proud of them and really happy for them, and, you know, now we'll maybe get a day or two rest.
One thing that you may notice, all the emotion penalties went against Mount Carmel. A lot of poise in the green and gold.
Yeah, and, you know, again, I'm really happy with that. You know, our kids kept their composure, and that's one thing we talked about. You know, we know that they're a young football team, and we told them that, you know, they might get a little emotional, and we've been here before in a couple big games, and to keep our composure, and they did a great job.
Mount Carmel, a lot of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. We'll probably see them again down the road.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, they're going to be back. They've got a lot of young kids, and I talked to Coach to Whitey before the game, and he said they didn't really expect to be in a championship game. So, but you know, he's looking for bigger and better things out of his kids.
How about Berwick in 2 weeks?
Well, if it's Berwick, then it'll be Berwick. You know, whoever it is, you know, we're going to prepare our kids and do the best we can.
Congratulations on the district championship,
okay,
Coach.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Gary and Dick.
Thanks very much, Scott Barr, and congratulations, too, to the Central Catholic Vikings of '93 for a District 11 championship. Congratulations to Jim Morgans and his staff for an outstanding season thus far, and they'll try to carry it just a little bit further. They're now 12-0.
pressure both coaches, both teams feel. Let's get it on. Let's get it over with.
Robbins, the long kicker for Central Catholic. Kozak, the accurate one. He'll be kicking the extra points and the close field goals. And receiving it at the 5-yard line for Berwick, number 88, J.J. Cleaver, nowhere to go. And he's brought down just beyond the 20-yard line. Robbins hands off this time to the big fullback. And he goes nowhere. Jeremy Kishbaum met at the line of scrimmage by a swarming Central Catholic defense.
65 leading the charge was Todd Worley. Defensive tackle, 6'2" and 245. Excellent job. Berwick tries to counter it back inside. They trap. Worley in excellent position. Makes a nice one-on-one tackle.
No gain on, very proficient on third down plays. And they pick up a first down on that one. Robbins looks to the wing, lets it fly, and he connects once again. This is Pecorelli for the second catch on the second pass.
Ryan Seagreaves, number 21, coming up from his halfback spot to make the play. There will be little or no gain. Watch number 21. You try and run him off the play, but Seagreaves reads it well and comes up and reacts. Actually, mythical champions for the USA Today, and both those years was named Coach of the Year.
Going for it all is Robbins down the wing. He's got a man. It's tapped up and out of bounds. Some good defensive work there. He was looking for Mike Bennett.
Nate Davidson in coverage, number 23, does a nice job of breaking down and controlling himself and then making a play on the football.
What a big target Bennett is. Take a look. Number 8 can really stretch it out.
So many teams, they just create that one-on-one right there and then, wait for your guy to make the play on the ball. But this time it is Seagreaves. Come a little unpredictable here in this game this afternoon.
Cramsey, lots of motion, the handoff. And a nice run there by number 32, Sean Fogarty, the fullback. 5'9", 185 pounds. He's a senior. First is the under center. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. A quick pass. He's got Drayton. And Drayton picks up about 8 yards on the carry. 2nd and 7. Cramsey play action. Looks downfield. Fires. He's got a man. And it's caught for a first down. Joe Knoll, the junior, 6'2", 200-pound tight end with a key grab.
Well, Knoll gives them that nice dimension coming from the tight end spot. He's been playing some of his best football through the playoffs in the late season. Finds a little opening in the defense, makes a
oh my!
And coming back to the ball.
1st and goal from the 7-yard line, and the Viking fans behind the end zone starting to get into it. Delgado sweeps outside. He has the corner. Touchdown, Central Catholic.
24th score of the year for Jose Delgado. The Vikings break out on top, 6-0.
Untouched. 7 yards to the end zone. There he is, the scoring machine. Jose Delgado. Central Catholic up by 6. And out to perform the extra point duties, Brian Kozak, number 80, 6'1", 175-pound senior.
And that is the first touchdown scored on this Berwick defense in the last 4 games.
My, oh my.
Shamokin scored last week, but that was on the opening kickoff. Becker was not able to get in with the offense. Williamsport kicked 2 field goals, and Pittston was shut out.
Kozak rocking back and forth, gets it up, and he's hammered as he releases. It's up and it's good. No penalty on the play. A heavy rush.
Berwick breaks out of that 2 tight end set to a spread formation.
4 receivers to Robbins right, but he's going to eat this one. Mark Lapadula, the 6'3", 245-pound junior. He is charged up.
Yeah, Lapadula, one of the many athletic guys along that defensive line. Lapadula, 39 tackles on the season, 29 assists. Breaking free from the middle and acknowledging the Central Catholic following in the end zone.
Punt for Central Catholic, Jim Groller, 6', 170-pound punter and split end. Groller with some time, aims for the sideline and gets it right on the sideline. A beautiful punt. And they'll mark it at about the 22-yard line.
First punt of the afternoon for Central Catholic. Excellent job by Groller. Look at number 11.
Rollers to 10 for Berwick from the Central Catholic 42-yard line. Robbins under pressure, and he's hog-tied. What a sack, and a big one at that, the third one of the day.
And second for number 61, Mark Lapadula.
They mark it right at the 5-yard line, and it's 2nd and 4. So the Bulldogs could pick up a first down here. They sent 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Robbins picks him out. No, he'll try to run, and he's stopped.
Number 61, Lapadula again. First guy to make contact. And Robbins a little slow in getting...
And Stoico is flattened. Shown the lights by number 32 for Central Catholic, Sean Fogarty.
Penalty marker down on the play. I tell you, it is getting continually worse out here as the afternoon goes on. Gets colder,
yes, sir.
rains harder.
From the I formation they go. Handoff, Stoico, and he has really had a face full of white shirts. This time the charge led by Seagreaves.
Yeah, they haven't really given him that time to get started. They've been able to control him at the line of scrimmage, and a lot of it has been a lot of one-on-one. Usually with the Vikes we see that wave of flow, but look at another good job. Break down, stay underneath, and then the flow comes in. A little help from number 60, Jeremy Wells.
Another big third and 4.
And a key third down here.
Damian Coleman wide to the right. We're still waiting for a big explosive play here by the Vikings, which can come at any time. The handoff down the middle, and the ball carrier, Volpe, looks like a first down for Central Catholic. Gain for the 5'9" junior.
Volpe, who is also an outstanding wrestler, his father a former head wrestling coach at Central Catholic, and is now this year an assistant down.
Drayton plugs away for a gain of 7. Brings the ball up to the Berwick 40-yard line. The handoff. Volpe could go all the way. He's in the end zone. Central Catholic on the board in the second half.
Boy, how many teams have the ability to go to their second team fullback and get that kind of production? 52. So it takes the Vikes just 2 minutes and 52 seconds to answer. And look at the size of that hole. Look at the opening created by the middle of that Viking line.
And now the foot race with Bennett.
Now, see, he uses the balls in the proper arm, and as a result, Volpe is able to use the stiff arm and hustle his way into the end zone. Make adjustments. You have to credit coaching to that. You make adjustments. You work on things at halftime you feel are going to work.
And the kickoff, angling to the near sideline, and it's handled by number 44, Mark Colon. Colon knocked down at his 25-yard line. It's up to the sophomore Dave Robbins to respond. His team down by 5, 13-8, and look out, the Central Catholic defense making a big impact on the first play.
You know, I know this front line for the Vikes has had a heck of a season, but number 61 is playing a career game here this afternoon. A couple of sacks in the first half. Watch here. Now you you just slide off one block, and Stoico has really had a rough afternoon here, and a lot of it has to do with number 61.
Third and 12. The handoff on the delay to Drayton, and he skips it outside.
He's going to get a first down.
How about that run?
One of the few times Drayton has been able to get to the outside. He broke it to the outside, and because he could, that's another Viking first down.
Drayton with great field awareness, knew the first down marker was right in front of him to his left, and he gets the needed yardage. Let's take a look.
Counter, you see Morgan's going to get a piece of Beaupain, and that's the key. When Drayton gets to that point there, the Viking coaching staff realized they had picked up the first down. Not too many teams. See, there's again the obvious passing down. They go to the run, they go to the delay, and it works and picks up a Viking first down.
Even Tim Cramsey making himself available to block downfield on that last play. Here they go to Volpe again. Breaks one tackle and heads north, and may have a Viking first down. Pounds, boy, does Robbins have some big targets to shoot at. And he's got all of them out on the field at once.
No backs in the backfield, vulnerable to a blitz.
Remley in motion. Robbins rolls that way. Thrown. Incomplete. No flag on the play. Central Catholic takes over on. Now that we have the markers straight, it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Delgado making it to the first marker, which was the 10-yard marker, and now brings it halfway up to the first down marker.
And this
Central, no huddle, goes right at it.
This calls decision time for Central Catholic. A first time down.
Volpe.
Could seal victory.
First down. Fran Volpe, the man of the day. And every time Central's needed a big play, Volpe has come through with one. How about that?
55 seconds remain. It's going to be a matter of just sitting and waiting it out. Berwick can only stop the clock one time. They can't. They're out of timeouts. It's going to be a matter of taking a knee, and the Vikes will go to the big dance.
How about that? 13-8 the score, and Cramsey does just that. Parks the ball on one knee.
Boy, and this has been exciting from the opening kickoff. And time will now run out. The celebration has already begun on the sidelines. They tried to get Coach Morgan's. Boy, with the smallest,
look out.
Yeah, that's the smallest container of Gatorade I have seen dumped on a coach in a long time.
Final 10 seconds just ticking off the clock. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep the sideline where they belong. Here come the Berwick Bulldogs to give congratulations. The 28-game win streak has come to an end, and George Curry suffering only his 6th loss of the 1990s. The second one coming to a team from the Lehigh Valley. Allentown Central Catholic, you are going to the state championship. How about that?
And the two head coaches congratulate each other, and while they should, it has been an outstanding afternoon for high school football. Both coaches now at midfield. The teams will congratulate each other. Just cannot speak highly enough of the quality of play here this afternoon from a very young Berwick team. And, you know, we talked about it at the top. You know, and it's tough. You know, one team has to go home a loser at this point in the season. Hopefully, you know, you just hope for it to not be your team. That, you know, you come in undefeated. When you reflect on the year, they're great years. Will be a down moment for the Berwick team, but the Vikes will move on. They will take on scramble through some papers here. They will await to hear the winner of Greenville, the District 10 number 1 representative, or Blackhawk District 7 number 1. Blackhawk, the team that was beaten by Berwick last year in the state finals. That game will take place Mansion Park Stadium next Saturday, December 11th at 12 o'clock noon. And you know, ironically, next Saturday, the 12th, is also the wedding anniversary of Kathy and Jim Morgan's. And I'm sure that they did not be expecting to celebrate that there, but I'm sure that dance will be just fine for them to celebrate their wedding anniversary of 22 years. Boy, great afternoon. Great stars.
And after hearing that weather forecast, I'm glad we're inside here. Not out in Altoona, but we should have a good view of the football game. The weather, just one thing Central Catholic has to worry about today. Of course, last week the Vikings knocked off Berwick, the defending national champion high school football team. But would the Vikings have a letdown this week? Head coach Jim Morgan's tried to prevent against that all week long in practice.
Allentown Central Catholic, the Class 3A, Eastern Pennsylvania football champions. The celebration is on.
It was a victory they'll remember the rest of their lives, but strangely, it's also one they're trying to forget.
Great, 89 Stallion 3 on 3, ready?
The Vikings went right back to work this week. Coach Jim Morgan's trying to keep his team focused on Blackhawk with a state title on the line.
That's a real concern of ours. You know, we're really on top of the kids this week, and we're telling them that the worst thing that we could do is to leave the season up at Lackawanna County Stadium.
That game's over. We're not worried about that game anymore. That was just the one-moment game. It's not done. We have one more game to go to win the state championship. We're not worried about that. Just worried about Blackhawk.
And then there's the hype. A pep rally at the school, packed Rockney Hall. The Vikings are dealing with a newfound celebrity status.
It's
real exciting, you know, you feel the buzz walking around the halls through the school day. You know, everyone's, you know, talking to us about it and, you know, giving us a lot of support. But on here, we just try and concentrate down on the field that it's just another game. We got to go out and win and take care of business.
It's great. It's a great feeling. Everybody's all hyped up. You got to get hyped up, too. Central Catholic High School has won state championships, but never before in football. A victory on Saturday over Blackhawk would bring the Vikings their first. It would also mean the world to all of these players.
I think it would mean a lot because we never had one. So, state championship in football. So, it'd be great to have one. Great.
I mean, if you would have told me my freshman year that your senior season you're gonna have a chance to win a state championship, that I wouldn't have believed that at all. But you know, here we are, and it would mean the entire world to me to win this thing on Saturday. And this whole team has the same attitude like that, and we're gonna do everything in our strength in order to win this thing.
You know, Jim, you shouldn't worry about a letdown if you're a Central Catholic fan. You can hear from those players. They're fired up about this. This is a state championship. This is what you play for. Who cares what happened last week?
That's exactly right. It's sort of like, whoop, here we are. And here Doug and I are in the studio where it's nice and warm. We're going to take you out to the stadium in just a few moments. But when we come back, we'll have the starting lineup.
You are viewing Twin County Cable 4, your choice for community programming in the Lehigh Valley. You are viewing Twin County Cable 4, your choice for community programming in the Lehigh Valley.
Meridian Asset Management congratulates the Allentown Central Catholic football team, winners of the Pennsylvania Class AAA Eastern Championships. We wish the Vikings the best in this state championship game. We're rooting for you. Remember, whatever it takes.
Once again, you're looking at a live picture from Altoona as they're getting ready for the coin flip and the indication of whom will kick off and who will receive. And right now, the officials setting up everybody. And
should be great.
All right, we're going to go to it right now as we get ready for some football, everybody. And we're going to take you now to the PIAA feed, and the announcers are Jed Donahoe and Mark Suey.
60 points, so a very good defense will be displayed by the Blackhawk Cougars this afternoon at Altoona's Mansion Park. And we talked about the skill people of Allentown Central Catholic. We welcome the people from Allentown joining us now.
Looking at their Vikings, very fine year. The coaching staff, we were talking to them earlier, WFMZ in Allentown. As you look at the white uniforms of Blackhawk, their kicker, and he's a good one. Dustin Levenger, he won a game a week ago with a 32-yard field goal. He's a soccer player, and we are underway in the boys' AAA final. Rashawn Drayton will let it drop into the end zone, and Allentown Central Catholic will go on offense here with it first down and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, you mentioned Dustin Levenger, who just kicked off the ball for Blackhawk of Allentown's Jose Delgado.
Handoff again going to be Myers. He has nowhere to hide as Todd Worley leads the way for Allentown Central Catholic. The green and white, defensively, really, they feel confident of stopping the run.
Watch this here. Todd Worley and the guys up front just stand up Blackhawks offensive lineman at the line of scrimmage. And there's Worley, number 65, to close the door on that particular run.
Mike Sullivan is on. He's a wide receiver. Also into the ball game now. Mark DeRose, 3rd and 6 at the 38-yard line. 3:35 and counted to go. We're in the opening quarter. Boys AAA final. Back goes Weaver. Little draw play goes out to McGraw, and he's got nowhere to go. Had to jump over his own man, and then the pursuit caught him from there. In on the stop for Allentown that time. Going to be Mark Lapadula. We'll call that name all day long. 6'3", 245-pound junior, and he is a dandy.
Yeah, here you look at the quick draw play. And there's a big pile in front of McGraw, and he tries to hurdle it. Just couldn't get the feet over the bodies. And he's brought down for a gain. Only about 3. It'll be 4th and 6 for Blackhawk. Obvious punting situation from their own 38-yard line.
DeRose to punt, drops the football. He's going to be in trouble, and he's sacked all the way back at the 23-yard line. kicking game could be a problem today. And right there, the first turnover in special teams gives Allentown Central Catholic first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yeah.
Let's go to the sidelines with Bill. Okay, let's check this first before we go to the side. And again, that ball is tough to handle, Mark.
Well, we mentioned the difficulty in catching passes. Well, a deep snap, trying to catch a deep snap is like trying to catch a pass. And that time, the ball was standing up for Blackhawk defenders at the line of scrimmage, enabling Delgado and Drayton to get into the secondary. You're going to get a lot of positive yardage if that continues to happen.
Handoff goes Delgado. Delgado walks in, touchdown, Allentown Central Catholic. The Vikings draw first blood, 1:49 left in the opening quarter. The fumbled punt gets it done for them as they start on the 16-yard line and walk in from there.
Well, this time they run to the left side. George Hogan, Todd Worley, those guys on the left side of the offensive line really clearing a nice hole for Delgado, and he...
11:06 to go. We're in the second quarter. Allentown Central Catholic leading 6-0. In motion goes Delgado. Reverse goes Drayton to the outside. Drayton tries to get the corner. Has it. 35, 40. Drayton still going. Midfield. He's still going all the way down to the Blackhawk 40-yard line. A great run by Drayton and a gain of 30. Rashawn Drayton running so very strong in this opening quarter. As we mentioned, coming in with the possession down, Drayton goes in motion. Double reverse handoff. Jose Delgado spins off tackle. Delgado's got the 20. First down, a lot more. Delgado, touchdown! Jose Delgado, 27 yards. He found the middle and then darted to the outside, and his speed is good enough to the pylon. And Jose Delgado has his 21st touchdown of the season, and it was a nifty-looking play.
It sure was. This wing T is such a versatile offense. So many men in motion. Jose Delgado takes the handoff inside, then cuts to the outside, racing to the corner of the end zone, and goes in for his second touchdown of the ball game. Allentown Central Catholic's second score of the game.
Gotten it done for them, and now they'll use Rashawn Drayton to hold.
A 2-yard touchdown run from Jose Delgado in the first quarter of play, which capped a 3-play 24-yard drive, and Jose Delgado's 27-yard touchdown moments ago has given Allentown Central Catholic the 12-0 lead.
Chad Wissner to the outside. Ball is fumbled. Ball is loose. Allentown's got it at the 24-yard line. The ball just popped out of his arm. I don't think he had any feeling in his arm, and I think that's also happening. And you see the Allentown fans beginning to celebrate. Second huge turnover against Blackhawk. And this ball just fell out of his arm. I think this is just the cold and wind.
It may be. I'm not sure if one of the return men may have bumped into the... Let's see. But yeah, it just popped out of his arm. He had it on the right side. He was carrying it on the right side.
10 Vikings at the Blackhawk 12. They lead 12-0. Threatening to tack some more on. In motion, Delgado. He's got the carry. Delgado's got blocking in front of the outside. Delgado 5. Delgado to the 1-yard touchdown. They gave him a touchdown. His foot got in. Delgado touchdown. His third today in the first half. He's having a pretty good day. What do you think, Mark? That's 21 touchdowns on the year. This will be the angle that will tell the pylon story.
Well, that's right. There's Jose Delgado stringing it out, just trying to use his speed to catch the corner, and he does just that. And the referees are right there. Did he go out of bounds? Did he get into the end zone? The referee is right there and said, yep, that right foot, got into the end zone before he skipped out of bounds. That's a touchdown. Jose Delgado's third touchdown of the afternoon. He's closing in on 100 yards rushing this afternoon already. And we've got quite a bit of time left in the second quarter. Jose Delgado.
Drayton goes in, and he's got the 2-point conversion. Rashawn Drayton just stormed right over the center. Jeremy Giandomenico, 5'9", 205-pounder, and he's having a whale of a football game, and they ran right behind him. And Rashawn Drayton is home, and all of a sudden, Allentown Central Catholic has exploded to a 20-0 lead against Blackhawk. Look at the touchdown run again.
Here's Jose Delgado. Cutting to the outside and just out-racing the defenders into the end zone. Jose Delgado, 12 carries thus far.
And counting to go, we're in the second quarter of play. Shillaju and Sullivan will line up to one side to the bottom of your screen. It's going to be Weaver, short drop looking. Lapadula's got him. Down he goes with authority at the 33-yard line. Mark Lapadula. Downfield to Damian Coleman, the 6', 185-pound senior. We'll get the yards for you. We're tabulating that. Well, he had the wind to his back, and you don't miss a thing, thanks to our guys in the truck. 45 yards, and look at this. Look at this bomb.
Here's Cramsey into the teeth of the wind, and I'm telling you, that takes some arm strength to heave a ball like that into the wind. And the receiver just went on a straight fly right down the left-hand portion of the sideline. Goal from the 1-yard line.
Gotta wonder with this cold whether or not this could be the knockout punch in this game. Delgado's going to get the carry, looking for his 4th touchdown of the day, and he is in the house again. Jose Delgado in from a yard out. Ramsey.
There you're seeing it from the field level. Right on the line, Jose Delgado. See what I mean about taking care of the ball. Both arms over the ball so that a defender cannot. Central Catholic's defense. And the half-end.
Well, it's been all Central Catholic so far from start to halftime, and the Vikings storm back into the locker room in firm control of the football game. The PIAA Boys AAA Final. Our score at halftime, Allentown, Central Catholic 26, Blackhawk nothing.
And in the first half of play, Doug and I in the pregame comments reported to you that it would be the Vikings defense that would most likely be the difference in the game. And boy, oh boy, has that really held up so far in the first half.
If anybody thought that win over Berwick was a fluke, they're crazy after watching how Central Catholic came out against Blackhawk in the first half. This really is a national caliber, top-ranked football team.
Absolutely, and of course it was Jose Delgado. He had 4 touchdowns here in the first half of play, but in the win over Berwick last weekend, it was a different running back who happened to be the star.
Yeah, the guy's name was Fran Volpe, and what a story he was. He missed a lot of the season with an ankle injury, but he came back and certainly made his presence known against the Dogs.
Now we're seeing how the Vikings...
In Central Catholic's win over Berwick Saturday, the Vikings went to a secret weapon.
Volpe again. First down and more. Touchdown, Vikings.
I guess you could say that. The fact that he didn't know that Francis was really available to us.
Who was that masked man? That's what Berwick is asking themselves right now.
That masked man was Fran Volpe, and the reason why a lot of people hadn't heard of him is because he missed almost half the year with a broken ankle. The Berwick game was his first game back.
All the rehab and stuff was all just to come back and do whatever I could for the team and just try to do my best. It was real tough just because just that I couldn't be a part of it, like all the big wins like against Easton and Becca too, but it was just kind of depressing that I wasn't like able to be out there with the team.
As an opponent coming into Central Catholic, you have to worry about Francis just as much as you do about Jose and Rashawn. I think that's what Berwick got caught up in worrying about Jose and Rashawn too much, and Francis hurt him up the middle a lot.
But this whole secret weapon thing didn't change practice much. Volpe did a lot more blocking than ball carrying. Still, his teammates appreciated his performance Saturday.
A lot of people were actually telling him when he hurt his ankle to forget about football this season and just get the ankle ready for wrestler, because he's a wrestler. He has a shot to go places in wrestling. But he kept telling himself he's coming back for football, and he had faith in the team to go on to the time when he could come back. And I mean, it was just great to see him do that job. He's just a great kid, you know.
Well, it's just that, I mean, I'm not fast, but when we have like a great offensive line, and when they're opening up holes that big, just about anybody could run through those things.
As you can tell, success has not changed Fran Volpe. In Allentown, Doug Wright, Channel 69 Sports.
We're going to take you to a local hangout where our Jeff Fisher is standing by at the Jordan AC with about 2,000 of his closest personal friends.
You can hear the crowd here is really pumped up. Fans out there are having a good time. They're cold, but in here it's nice and warm, and they're having a fantastic time enjoying the first half, one that was dominated by Central Catholic. And I don't think you'll find a person in this bar that didn't enjoy that first half. As you can hear in the background, we are the champions, and that's the theme song here at the bars. Let's take a little walk around here and talk to some of the people that enjoyed this first half. What'd you think of it?
We not only got the best bartender in the state, we got the best team in the state.
Did you think the team would play this well in the first half?
I thought it'd be a closer game, but I'm happy the way it's going. I hope they do a good job in the second half again. Another 20 points in the second half.
Move back here a little bit. Number 22, no, this isn't Jose Delgado, but he's been here leading the cheer.
We are in a super. They're playing like they play like they are. They are champs.
You've watched this team for years and years. Is this the best ball club you've ever seen?
It's football, yes. Basketball, they're champs. Football, they're here now, and they'll stay that way for the next couple of years.
What do you think of the second half here? Do you think the team can keep it up and maintain the shutout?
Oh, yeah, they got too much speed for them. Yeah, they got an awesome first half, and they should keep it up in the second.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have just had a great time here, and I'm sure things are going to keep this way. How do you guys think you're going to celebrate once the final seconds tick off the clock?
With enthusiastic. Free drink.
All right, Jim. Well, things are really going well down here. Like I said, it's nice and warm in here. And we got a little guy here. Are you a Central Catholic fan?
Yeah, I don't believe it.
They start them young here, Jim. They're having a great time. And I think when it's all said and done, this place will be hopping even more. Back to you guys.
Drive of the game.
This is Tim McGraw. McGraw is stacked up after maybe a yard or two. On top of there is Nick Cheeto. Check that, that's Harry Fairclough. He's a 5'9", 210-pound junior for Central Catholic. Also there was Labadula.
Yeah,
Mark Labadula is a guy that, you know, we knew we were going to be impressed by him, Mark, but he's even better in person than on film. Last week, first down and goal at the Central Catholic 7. Weaver keeps it himself. Weaver is going to be pounded down. I believe it's Lapadula on the stop. And boy, was that just a muscle play by Mark Lapadula. I mean, that was a tackle with an attitude, and he arrived at the scene.
Yeah, and Jeff Weaver, the quarterback for Blackhawks, getting up a little slowly. Weaver, that's a design play. He called his own number. And Weaver brought down hard by Mark Lapadula.
And good pursuit as well from that defensive line to set it up. That may have been a broken play. That might have been intended for Jeremy Myers, the fullback, and Weaver's kind of walking a little bit gingerly back into the huddle.
Yeah, Jeff Weaver, 26-2.
See him there favoring that leg, a little bit of a limp.
Yeah, Jeff Weaver just lost 2 ball games as a quarterback for Blackhawk. 26-2 his record.
Handoff goes to big Tim McGraw, their tailback, out of the eye, and he slams inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Not much more after that. Jogan Olin on the stop, 6'2", 200-pound junior. Clock continues to melt down here in the third quarter. 2:50 and counting. 26-0 Central Catholic. As you look at some inside the 10 stuff.
Yeah, there's Tim McGraw finding the only hole that was available.
Well, he does not look like he is moving well at all, Mark.
No, not at all. His mobility has certainly been decreased by that hard tackle from Mark Lapadula down towards the goal line. This is Jeremy Myers territory, I would think. Blackhawks' big bruising fullback. Blackhawk at the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 4. Handoff going to be McGraw trying to get to the outside. Head down, nothing doing. In on the stop, Sean Fogarty, the 5'9", 185-pound senior. Also helping out Harold Fairclough again, the 5'9", 210 outside linebacker. He's a junior. And here you see Central Catholic firing off the line of scrimmage.
Watch Sean Fogarty here. He comes up from his defensive back spot, number 32, makes the tackle one-on-one and stops Tim McGraw in his tracks. Huge defensive play on a 3rd down situation.
Pro set now behind Cramsey as Drayton goes in motion. Cramsey play action, looking, gonna throw, has time. Now the pocket collapses. Cramsey looking for an outlet man. It's going to be Drayton. Positive yardage to about the 46-yard line, a gain of 4. And it's close to a first down, maybe close enough to measure. And you got to give Cramsey credit because he was really under the pressure to unload.
That's right, he was. And he didn't lose his head. He was actually looking downfield. He was looking for receivers who had run a deeper route. But the safety valve was Rashawn Drayton. He found the seam. As you look at Tim Cramsey, fakes the handoff, starts rolling right towards the near sideline. And there are 3 receivers downfield, all covered. Good presence of mind for Cramsey to find the open Rashawn Drayton in the seam. That's how much time has to elapse from the clock, and Central Catholic will have a AAA championship.
Cramsey, play action, back again, throws, has his man Rashawn Drayton over the middle. Drayton takes a tackler inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 16 more yards. Good play action that time from Tim Cramsey, and Drayton gets open over the middle.
Yeah, Drayton coming out of the backfield. Cramsey starts to roll to his right. Sets up, guns a nice tight spiral right on the numbers to Rashawn Drayton. Excellent route, good execution in very tough field conditions for Central Catholic. Their Margado touchdowns has given Central Catholic a 26-0 lead here in the 4th quarter.
They're on their way to the state championship in AAA. Going to be Drayton on a reverse carry. Drayton to the outside. Drayton's got the 15. Foot race to the 10. Head down, still alive. Inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Goes Rashawn Drayton in another strong run. That time 14 more.
Watch this great instinct from Rashawn Drayton. He comes up and he kind of gives a nice juke here to the corner. Turns it outside, freezes the corner, and continues upfield for more positive yardage before finally being brought down.
Got a new quarterback into the football game. Get that for you in a moment. Carrying the ball and carrying it well this time is Nate Davidson, and Davidson explodes across the 35 all the way down to the 32-yard line. Ken Eisenhardt is into the ball game at quarterback. 6 foot, 205-pound junior.
The hands of Hopewell in week number 5 in regular season.
3:35 left to go in the football game. Handoff to the outside. It is going to be Nate Davidson again, and Davidson's got some big yards.
There's the Viking. Or is that Santa? I'm not sure.
I like that ribbon action on one of those horns there.
There's the handoff once again as Nate Davidson, another junior, 6 foot, 170 pounds.
In Allentown Central Catholic is your state champ in AAA with a resounding performance here in Altoona. They have dominated from gun to gun. And they are definitely, without a doubt, #1.
Yeah, they're whooping it up on the Allentown Central Catholic sidelines. Whooping it up in Allentown, I'm sure, as well. 20 seconds to go.
Eisenhardt. Handoff this time, and cutting through and moving is Frank Gallagher. Touchdown! Allentown Central Catholic is in again with 10 seconds to go. It is 39-0. Well, the backups, they're not running it up here, that is for sure. The backups are just as excited to see it. And look at this power play.
That's Nate Davidson. Or is that Frank Gallagher? Frank Gallagher, number 33, just takes the handoff. He was stopped momentarily at the line of scrimmage, but then just fought his way into the end zone for Central Catholic's 6th touchdown of the afternoon, the only one that has not been scored by Jose Delgado. And that is Frank Gallagher with what should be the final score of the ball game with 10 seconds to go.
On for the conversion right now will be Brian Kozak. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 39-0. 40-0 rather. Central Catholic, look at the touchdown run again. Gallagher.
Here comes Frank Gallagher. Takes a couple of shots at the goal line.
Watch the celebration begin.
Everybody's just going to fall on Gallagher in the end zone. Here comes big Jack Griffin, 330 pounds, and he's going to lay on someone.
Well, an impressive drive. The junior, Ken Eisenhardt, gets it done. And leads them into the end zone. Eisenhardt, a 6'5", 205-pound junior.
What a great running day for the tailbacks, the offensive line, Central Catholic. I don't think you could plan or execute a better rushing game than Central Catholic has this afternoon in the AAA championship game. 294 yards rushing this afternoon for the Vikings of Central Catholic.
Bill Richardson, as we go to you, this is a great moment for this school in their history. A 40-0 lead against Blackhawk, and everybody's just ready to go and get the trophy and go home, I think.
I think so, Jed, and as you can see, the trophy is there. They're waiting for it. The helmet is showing the Allentown Central Catholic team next to that trophy, and I think they're making room for their case for it back at school right now. Meanwhile, out in the field, they still got 10 ticks of the clock to kick off. Last night's game, when we were out here, we had 1 second left, and we had a downpour. I think you're going to have a downpour of emotion, but that's about it. With 10 seconds to go, they're ready to get this one over with and head home for the celebration waiting for them there.
Central Catholic leading 40-0. They're on their feet on that side of the field. Their fans are celebrating a state championship in AAA. It's been great bringing this game live as well to WFMZ in the Allentown area. I know a lot of people watching us today. It's been great having you. That bounces off a Blackhawk player, and it's finally covered. 6 seconds to go. Have one more snap, and then that'll do it. They may not even bother. Just start the clock, and that'll be it. 40-0 will be our final as soon as they take care of some housekeeping at the line of scrimmage. Officials are going to wave it off. Timeout Blackhawk. Okay. That's very interesting. Bill, what do you make of that timeout right there? Is there anything that's been indicated right there as far as what they want to do?
No, it's more a matter, I think, Jed, of they wanted to get a couple players in who weren't going to get in otherwise. They want to make sure everybody who hasn't played is in the game, things like that. Nothing more, nothing serious in that. It's just a matter of let's get everybody in, give them a chance to say they played in the game.
And maybe tell the kids, remind them, hey, keep your composure. Yeah, we were defeated here, but you know, when the whistle sounds, let's you know, shake hands, keep your composure, walk off the field. It's been a great season. Once again, we ask your cooperation.
Good call. You can really see the flurries.
Following the game, we'd like to conduct our award ceremony just as soon as possible.
Yeah, 40-0 the score. Central Catholic 5 touchdowns today from Jose Delgado and Frank Gallagher. Goes in from 7 yards out. New quarterback is Steve Wetzel for Blackhawk. Full house stacked behind him. Could be the final play. It's going to be. Handoff goes to the winding Brian Bloom, and that'll do it. Allentown Central Catholic is now in the book with a 40-0 victory and a state championship in AAA. Impressive performance by the Vikings today. As the scoreboard will indicate, 5 touchdown runs from Jose Delgado, and they're celebrating big time. They have every reason to be marked. They dominated start to finish. This wasn't even close.
Yeah, they did. The offensive line really opened up some huge holes for Delgado and Rashawn Drayton, who did most of the work, getting 294 yards on the ground for Central Catholic this afternoon. Jose Delgado, as you mentioned, 5 touchdowns, a 2-yard run in the first quarter, which capped a 3-play, 24-yard drive. In the second quarter alone, Delgado cracked the end zone 3 times. A 27-yard touchdown run. Delgado then answered with a 12-yard touchdown run and busted into the end zone from 1 yard out with 54 seconds left in the first half for a 26-0 lead at that point. Then Delgado came back in the fourth quarter with a 2-yard touchdown run, capping a 12-play, 89-yard drive. Ball control offense. That's what it was all about for Allentown Central Catholic this afternoon, and it earned them the state championship in AAA football.
All right, a lot of thanks to our crew today. Bill Richardson has worked the sideline. Bill, do you have any thoughts for us as you see the celebration unfold down there?
Not at all, Jed. All I can say, it was a great football game to watch from the Allentown Central Catholic perspective. They got a great game out of a number of players, and I think the emotion is going to be one that they'll remember for the rest of their lives as they're wrapping this game up. But the fans are waiting to come out and celebrate with the team. The team will be coming out in just a minute, and we'll be watching this one wrap up. Let's go back up to you guys.
All right. For Mark Shuey and our entire crew, George Zurich, who kept the stats for us, and a lot of thanks to you, WFMZ. 40-0 our final. Allentown Central Catholic annihilates Blackhawk to win the AAA championship. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
everybody, to the Channel 69 Sports Control. Jim Brinson, Doug Wright. I guess it was pretty easy for the Vikings. At least they made it look easy.
I don't think anybody thought it would be this easy either. 40-0. This is the best team in 3A from Western Pennsylvania, where they're supposed to have all the outstanding high school football we've heard about. But Central Catholic went out and proved the Lehigh Valley can get it done too. And how? 40-0. How about that victory?
Yeah, I guess what they said about after the Berwick game, that everybody felt that was the state championship game, really proved to be correct.
It certainly turned out to be that way. You know, coming out of that game, Jim Morgans, we talked about it during the pregame show, he was concerned that his team maybe would suffer a letdown against this team because the Berwick win was so emotional. Berwick was ranked number 8 in the country, the defending high school national champions, but Central Catholic certainly was focused in this one, and they proved to everybody that Berwick win was no fluke. This is one of the best high school football teams in the country, but of course we'll never get to really see how they would do against teams from other states. But